That was not the ending that I want. Hello, everybody. I am so glad to be here to hang out with you, to talk. It's been a while since we've done a big public live, though we do them in the Motivated Mama Society all the time. I'm so glad that you all are here to come hang out and come for this big announcement, because today we're going to talk about something that is deeply personal for me, for the business, for the direction, the things that are going at Smart Money Mamas. And I want this to be an opportunity for us to talk about, how do we work in alignment with our mission? How do we live our money values out in the ways that we work, in the ways that we spend our time? It's really special for me to share that with all of you. So for those of you who don't know me, if you've gotten here, I assume you do. But if you don't know me, my name is Chelsea Brennan. I'm the founder of Smart Money Mamas and the Mamas Talk Money Summit. And as we get closer into this part of the year, we always start to get questions about when will the next Mamas Talk Money Summit be happening? People get excited about the summit, and it is an exciting thing. But today we're making a big pivot, a big announcement, which is that we are no longer going to be doing the Mamas Talk Money Summit, which is why I wanted to see who had been here, so who understands what we're talking about with the summit and who hasn't. For those of you who've never attended a Mamas Talk Money Summit, let me tell you first a little bit about it. It was a virtual summit that we held. It was 5 days, a week long. And it brought some really incredible things to happen. In the 2020 summit, we had over 25,000 mamas in attendance. I got to interview Glennon Doyle. We saw women make incredible breakthroughs, and we had a ton of fun. The problem with the Mamas Talk Money Summit that we ran into, and the reason that we're choosing to pivot now, is that the Mamas Talk Money Summit was like drinking through a fire hose. We do 30 to 40 presentations in 5 days. We'd cover all areas of personal finance, and women would show up in the thousands and just dive in. They'd get aha moments and breakthroughs and special moments. But by the end of the week, everyone was exhausted. Just exhausted. It was like, Jenna says it was the best party on the internet, and it was. But this is what it was, right? It was a party. We got to the end of the week, and we were exhausted, right? Sue just posted a crying face. But Sue, we're going to talk through this. We're going to talk about why this change is important and why I think there's better things that we're going to do to come. We get to the end of the week and we'd be exhausted. And what people would say, they'd email us and be like, I need to take a week or two and I need to process this. I need to step away. And what happened was they wouldn't come back, right? They'd go, they'd have their aha moments. We had a ton of fun. We had the party of the year. And then we kind of go back to our normal lives. And what I started to discover is that the Mamas Talk Money Summit, while it was a beautiful thing, while it allowed us to introduce people to incredible women doing amazing things all over the internet around money and career and mindset, while it did all those things, it didn't give us an opportunity to really align with our value of money, which is that this is not something we do once. Money is not something that we come together with once a year and we do some deep dive, overwhelming session, and then we forget about it until next year. That's not what our relationship with money should be. Our relationship with money should be about really learning continually, aligning with our goals, making sure we're pivoting when we need to pivot, uncovering what our negative money stories are, and not in a way that's that quick aha moment, but that's lasting change that gives you the aha moment of, oh my God, I can't believe that I actually thought about this when it came to money. And then having the tools to change it and change it and change it and really make it so that you now have a lasting, better relationship with money. And so when we tried to think about planning 2021 and what we could do differently, and I started to get this feeling that there was a better option, that there was something different that we could do for the summit. I'll admit that there were a lot of tears involved, right? There was a lot of worry about the type of changes that we would make because, first of all, we're going to talk through this live. I'm a little all over the place because this is a big announcement. And I want to make sure I'm giving you guys all the pieces. And so we talked a little bit about why I think the summit might not be the perfect thing for mamas, for actually creating lasting change. We're going to talk a little bit about why it doesn't fit for me and my values and living in alignment with what I tell you guys to do on a regular basis. And then we can kind of talk about what happens next. And so we covered a little bit what would be better for you guys, which is more a slow, continual exposure, change that is consistent, the support and community you get on a regular basis, not just 1 week a year, but having people to turn to answer your questions, to support you in tough moments throughout the whole year. That is what we think is the best possible option. And so our solution to that is the Motivated Mama Society. And if you were around at the summit last year, we launched the Motivated Mama Society last summer, and it is really meant to be a hub for a place where you can look at money holistically, where you can have it serve your whole life, where you can set your goals and really create money systems that work for you. And so in that society, what we have is monthly master classes. We have regular Q&As with me every single month. You have access to me and to my team in the Facebook group every day. But we also have the core part of the Motivated Mama Society. And what's beautiful is that we have foundations. And so I spent months and months developing Foundations, which is a series of 5 courses. And that's going to take you through fixing your mindset, figuring out where do you actually stand with money, deciding where you want to go, what are your motivating goals, and then creating the systems and the levers you can pull to get there, to get you there faster. Okay. So Cindy's here, says, love the support when I need it. They're the very best mamas. Erin says, Motivated Mama Society is the best. We're so glad to have some members here with us today. And so by pivoting away from the from the Mamas Talk Money Summit, by pivoting away from that, and I get to pour way more energy into the Motivated Mama Society. We get to do more amazing things. And so we're going to talk about in a few minutes here specifically what the masterclasses are throughout the end of the year, so you guys can hear what comes month to month if you're not in the society yet and you want to join. But one of the things that we're going to get to test is a 30-day intensive. And so instead of having 1 hour long masterclass that month, I will post a little snippet every day, kind of a 5-minute exercise that will teach you how to do something, right? So we're going to do an intensive on starting a business. We're going to do an intensive on investing later this year. We're really going to make sure that you understand your investments, that you have an investment plan, and that it's all working together. In 2022, we're going to test doing mini summits just for members of the Motivated Mama Society. And instead of doing 5 days drinking through a fire hose, complete overwhelm, we're going to do like 36 hours. We're going to do 1 or 2 weekends a year where we bring in a couple speakers, we do workshops, and we really dive into a specific topic, and we learn together and we build those master classes. Okay. So that's kind of where we want to pour our energy. But let's pivot for a second. I'm happy to answer any questions that are here. I know there's a lot of people here, and probably a lot of people who are disappointed about the summit and then seeing what's going to switch. Cassie, for those of you who don't know, Cassie is a member of the Motivated Mama Society who's been pitching this in-person retreat, and she's going to make it happen at some point. And the deep dive months are going to be a lot of fun, Christina. We're going to have that for sure. But what I want to touch on and why we wanted to do this live was really about sharing with you guys what our thought process was and why we made this change. Because I think that there's a lot of things that, while you might not run your own business, while you might not be making changes specifically like this one, you're going to run into moments in your life where you have to make changes the way that we're doing. And so, as I had started to say before, as we started to make this change, there was a lot of tears involved. There was a lot of fear around how do we walk away from something that's working, right? Because if we're completely honest with you, which I'm always transparent with everybody in the Smart Money Mamas community and the Motivated Mama Society, the summit was about 40% of our revenue last year. It's a big part of our business. It's a big part of how we build our community and we network. And so coming to the realization that the summit is what got us here, but won't get us to where we want to go, that was hard. And walking away from something because it's worked once, but it's not working now, that's a hard decision to make. And Lauren's here. Lauren's my right hand. For those of you who don't know, she said so many tears. And there were so many tears about making this decision. But let me give you a picture of behind the scenes. Okay. For those of you who were at the summit last year, you saw that I was sick at the beginning of the summit, right? So we were doing lives and I had a fever and I was answering questions and I was here and I was showing up. And that's it's what we did. And it was hard, but it was still fun. We still learned so many things. But the months that lead up to that process, and this is where it gets hard, I had started to joke with my husband that it felt like I had joint custody of my kids between my business and the boys. And so when we do the summit, there were, we do all these recordings because we're recording all the sessions ahead of time, and I'm doing prep and I'm writing copy and I'm getting everything ready for you guys, creating the worksheet questions. We're working with our team, and we're a super small team. So last year when we ran this event, there was only 4 of us, and we're putting on this event for 25,000 people with sponsors and the whole deal. And I live in a very small house. And so what would happen was, pandemic, nobody's in school, right? The boys would go to my in-laws for 3 to 4 days a week, and then they'd come back and then they'd go again. And so for much of the summer, I didn't see them. And then when they were there, I was still working like crazy. And it took a moment where This is hard to admit because it's a failing in how I was running our business and how I was living out my values, but we make mistakes, right? There was a moment when Lauren joked about how we should start to define the summit and define launches by the number of breakdowns the team has to get there. And this has been eating at me for 8 months, for however long it's been since she said it, because this is not the business that I want to run. Because I can sit here and I can teach you guys with Motivated Mama Society and with the Smart Money Mama show that we don't have to live like that we can build wealth in alignment with the lives that we want to live. But I had gotten out of that practice because I left my hedge fund job where I worked 80, 90-hour weeks, and I never unlearned it. I never unlearned how to not be a workaholic, how to value all of the different things that we do. And so I don't want to build a business where I work that way, where I show you guys how to set boundaries in your lives without setting boundaries in my own life. I don't want to build a business where I work 30 hours a week, but my team works like crazy, right? Like that was another thing. People were like, well, you could just outsource more. And I was like, but that's not fixing the problem. And so we had to find something that not only worked for you guys, that helped you build lasting, incredible change, but that also let me live and our team live the lives that they wanted to live too, right? That we were all living those values together. And so when we look at the Motivated Mama Society, I get to show up as my best self for the women in the society all the time, right? I can come in a couple times a month. We teach the master classes. We do the Q&As. I can pop into the Facebook group every day and answer your questions, right? And so that is why we had to pivot. And like I said, it was scary. And this is the second time in my life I've had to make a change like this, where, when I walked away from my hedge fund job, I had a really good income, right? Like a really good income. And I walked away to zero because we were starting a business. And now this is a less severe change, but we're taking something that was 40% of our business and we're walking away from it in the hopes of building something better, in saying, I want to pour my energy into something that's better for my community, that's better for me, that lets me be a better leader, a better manager. And so what I want you to know is if there's parts of your life that aren't working or are working in some ways but aren't working in others, it's okay to pivot. It's okay to say, I need to show up for my own health right now, my own family right now. And I need to do things a little bit differently. My priorities need to change. And this is, Kate says here, the hard part is when the work is fun and rewarding, it's hard to stop. And that's true too. When we look at the Mamas Talk Money Summit, one of the reasons that there was a lot of tears is that our team can go back and we can look at the Facebook group and we can look at all the comments and breakthroughs and amazing emails that we get from women and saying, we're not going to do that anymore. That's a hard thing. It's a hard thing. I'm a little emotional about it right now, but it is a good thing. And it is a change that we can make. And we have to be able to fill our own cup and to be able to do those things. And so what's really cool about the society and about one other change I'm going to tell you guys about is that we get to do both things. We're going to get to do both things. We're going to get to help you make lasting change. We're going to talk about how we make money a habit and a practice and something that we do together all the time and have a community that does incredible things together. And make sure that we're all living our values in the way it's better. And Lauren says here, it's something I'm so proud to have worked on. So Amanda says, what did I miss? If you're coming in late, we're not doing the Mamas Talk Money Summit this year, likely anymore. We will do mini versions of the summit within the Motivated Mama Society starting next year. But for right now, the summit is leaving part of our business to make space for bigger and better things. And so for the Motivated Mama Society, let's take a minute. I'll show you guys real quick. So this is the front page of the Motivated Mama Society. If you guys want to join, it's $29 a month to join. In that, you get full access to our foundations courses, which is, a several $100 course. It's 5 major courses that goes through everything you need to know, from money mindset to knowing where you stand with money, to setting goals that matter to you and to your family and your family's money values, through to creating systems that work for you, customized systems that work for you. And move forward. In addition to that, you'll get access to our full masterclass library. There's already over 25 masterclasses in that space. And we get a new one every month, and you also get Q&As with me. We do Zoom book clubs every other month. We do kind of Zoom hangouts and trivia nights to really have to connection and make sure the group is getting to know each other. But Amanda says, bummer, I was all access the past 2 years, but I get it. Yeah, so all access pass, what's kind of cool is if you liked the all access pass, you liked having access to master classes and lessons from other teachers, we still do that. So the monthly master classes in the Motivated Mama Society, sometimes they're me and sometimes they're outside teachers. And we start to build that whole library of classes for everybody. And so let's see real quick here. I want to just tell everybody what's coming up. So if you are not currently in the Motivated Mama Society, you can join at smartmoneymamas.com/join. Our next 7 masterclasses, so through the remainder of 2021, are currently planned out. In June, we're going to be doing Create Your Retirement Investing Plan. I'm going to show specifically how to define how much you need to be saving for retirement. And then we're going to show you guys how to use a tool to show you how to track that you're on track, that you're on trajectory is the tool. And do that similar to how our masterclass for May, which the replay is up there if you're not currently in the society, was creating a debt freedom plan. And so not only do we talk about creating that plan and give you the worksheets to create that plan, but we did an over the shoulder how to set up a free tool called Undebt It to create your debt freedom plan. So masterclass for June is creating your retirement investment plan. July is buying your first real estate property. We're going to bring in an outside expert to teach that class really specifically on how to know if real estate's right for you and then how to go about buying that property. August is the 30-day online business workshop. So this is going to be fun. This is going to be our first intensive, and we are going to walk through specifically how to create a business plan, how to set up your online business, and how to get it going in a month in little tiny chunks every day. So you're going to set aside 10, 15 minutes a day to watch the video plus do whatever the task is. And so that by the end of the month, your online business is rolling, or if you already have one, it's growing, right? September is home organization for busy moms. We're all going to be in back to school season at that point. We know life gets crazy. So we're going to talk about home organization, how to make your life have more space, more time. October, we're going to do another intensive. So October would normally be when we have the summit. Instead, we're going to do a 30-day investing workshop. I'm going to teach you guys all about investing, from the very basics to how to check on your retirement portfolio, pick your investments, all those kind of things. We're going to talk in November. We're going to talk about how to hire a great financial advisor. When do you need one? What questions do you ask? How do you find one that aligns with your values? And then in December, we'll do another goal setting workshop. We have a great question here from Evelyn that says, will you do emergency binder sessions? And so this is another thing. If you're not currently in this society, what we did was we put a whole month and we gave targets for filling out your family emergency binder so that when you have to fill things out, you can answer questions with me. We did work sessions, and we're absolutely going to do more of that. We're also going to do just more Zoom work sessions. We've tested in the last couple months having a set time where I just come on Zoom, we put some music on, and we all hang out and do some work together. This is a really great opportunity to work on your emergency planner or spend some time working on your online business or to go through foundations in the Motivated Mama Society. It has things like that. Kate asks a great question here. If a topic doesn't apply to us one month, like in August, small business, do we get to select a different masterclass? Once you're a member of the Motivated Mama Society, you have access to the full library of all masterclasses that have happened in the past. And so if August small business doesn't apply to you, there's over 2,500 masterclasses already hanging out in the society that you can go back and catch up on one of those and ask questions. You can use that time to go through foundations. Or you can just set up a time, say, hey, I'm going to work on this masterclass. Does anyone else want to, chat about it once we're done? There's a lot of different options, but you always have access to everything else in the society. It's not that you just get that masterclass. It's just what happens to happen live that month, if that makes sense. August is we also have book club in August, which I'll tell you about book club in a second. And we also have Q&A. So there's always other things going on for the society. Okay. Tawny says, is there still a discount for buying access for a year at a time? Yes. And so the Motivated Mama Society is usually $29 a month, or if you pay annually, you get 2 months free. So then it's $290 a month. If you're a current member and you want to upgrade so that you get everything, you can do that right in your account page automatically with the click of a button. If you're a new member, you can choose monthly or annual on that sales page, which is smartmoneymamas.com/join. Okay. Liz says, yay, investing work. I'm so afraid to start investing and have made mistakes in the past. In in the Motivated Mama Society, we already have a masterclass with the amazing Amanda Holden teaching Investing 101. In Foundations, we do some basics of investing there as well. But one of the goals of the intensive, of the 30-day intensive, is to make it teeny tiny pieces and to make sure that you have all the information you need to be really, really confident with money. Okay. And this is cool. Amanda says, I needed that month focusing on the emergency fund binder. I finally got mine finished. Oh, I love it. Love it. Love it. Evelyn says, can you send us these events where we can put it on our calendars? We will talk about making a Google Calendar just for people who are in the society so they can see what's going on there. All right. And then book clubs, I want to mention real quick. Every other month we do a book club. We read a book. We get together as a community to talk about it. We break into small groups so you can get to know some other women in the community. We often have the authors come and visit us for a little bit so you can ask them questions. And so our June book, next month's book, is Broke Millennial Talks Money, which is Erin's new book, which is right here. Broke Millennial Talks Money. In August, we're doing Chillpreneur by Denise Duffield Thomas. And in October, we're doing Get Good with Money by Tiffany Aliche. And in December, we're doing Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. Big Magic's all about creative living, reconnecting with our creativity. And I think it's a really great way to go into 2022. Think about that. So really fantastic. We're excited about that. Now, the one other change that we wanted you guys to know about. Pause. We do have a scholarship program for the Motivated Mama Society. Some incredible, incredible members of the Motivated Mama Society have donated to a scholarship fund. Every donation to the scholarship fund, I match dollar for dollar. And we have a very short, simple application up. So if you can't afford the Motivated Mama Society, we have a couple slots a month that we open up to scholarship places. And when you do get a scholarship, you get 3 months in the society. So you have some time to really go through Foundations and learn it as well. Tawny says, if you didn't already know you made the decision, your energy completely shifted from when talking about what you let go to what you're excited for the future. Thank you for that. I think that is amazing thing to notice. And I do feel that way. I think that as much as I can look back on all the things Summit did, it was positive for our business. I am so excited about where we're going. Lauren, great point. This is amazing. All right. Lauren says, also, we still do giveaways. One of the most fun parts of the Mamas Talk Money Summit is that we did tons of giveaways. Gift giving is my love language, people. So we're never ditching the gift giving. Every month in the Motivated Mama Society, in the Q&A session, we give away 2 prizes. One, we give away just to any active member. If you're an active paying member, we pick someone randomly to win a prize. And then we also give an engaged member prize every month, somebody that the group sees either has, that our team sees has made a big win or has been supportive of other women in the society. We give prizes every month. And then we do trivia nights. We always do prizes for trivia nights. Absolutely. Amanda, how do we donate for scholarships? The link is working. Let's see, Teresa, I can't get the join link to work for me. Teresa, it might be because you were a prior member. You can email our team at hello@smartmoneymamas.com. We will make sure you're getting set up. And also, if you like the famous sweatshirts, this is the same type of sweatshirt. These are the Motivated Mama Society sweatshirts. And Erin, yes, I also send surprises in the mail. Once again, this is what I love about the Motivated Mama Society, is that we can create a community. And I want it to be something where you feel like you are included and supported and loved and cheered on. And that is one of, I will send surprises in the mail every time somebody joins. We do 6-month prize gifts for alumni, 1-year prizes for alumni. And so we're really excited for all of that. And Cassie says she loves her sweatshirt. Okay. So that's the Motivated Mama Society. Go join. Seriously, this is one of those things that I don't think I can fully explain to you the benefits of being in the society. I was just having a conversation with Lauren yesterday, for those of you who are live, of how do we explain the value of the society, right? How do we explain the community aspect that goes on? And it's hard to, unless you're really a fly in the wall. We've done some Zoom, we do book clubs and we break into small groups, or we did a Foundations work session last month where we broke people into groups based on what section of Foundations they were working on. And just, I go from breakout room to breakout room in Zoom and kind of chat with people and hear how they're doing. And every time I come into those rooms, great conversation is happening. There's not awkward silence. I've seen women build friendships. I've seen women make amazing achievements. Actually, over here, you guys can't see, I have a wall of wins, which are sticky notes I put on the wall when people post big wins. And we've had people set up sinking funds for their budget and save a $5,000 emergency fund and get out of debt and all just kinds of really cool things. And Cindy says, I've made more progress since I've joined the society than I've made in my entire life. Oh, I love that. So it makes me so happy. Okay. Last thing that everybody needs to know. If you are watching this on YouTube or you are watching this on Facebook, head over to our YouTube page at Smart Money Mamas, because starting on Tuesday, this Tuesday, June 1st, we are launching a YouTube live show. We will work in 8-week seasons where we will do around specific themes. And every Tuesday, I will go live, either just me, like we're doing right now, or with a guest. And so our entire season 1 theme is all about money and new motherhood. Our season 2 theme is going to be all around investing, which I'm really excited about. We have experts coming in to talk about impact investing and retirement savings and all kinds of things. I'm so excited. So make sure you hit that subscribe button on YouTube, that you come hang out with us. The replays will always be available on YouTube and Facebook. So if you can't catch us live, come watch it there. And then the audio will also be repurposed into the podcast, and you will be able to listen to it a couple weeks later on the Smart Money Mamas Show podcast. Anyway, that Cassie says, oh, this is so cool. The fact that I actually have an emergency fund is amazing to me. Took till I was almost 40, but dang, it feels good. Woo! Emergency funds. I'm really excited about YouTube Live Mamas and giving us an opportunity to have more conversations with amazing women. This was another thing that we didn't want to lose when we pivoted away from the Mamas Talk Money Summit. I absolutely love bringing you guys incredible women doing such cool things and different perspectives and different lessons. And so the YouTube Live show allows us to continue to do that. And because it's live, the way it's going to work is that the first 20 to 25 minutes is going to be what you kind of hear in a standard podcast interview. I will direct the questions and the conversations, and then we will open up to questions in the chat, just like we are right here. And you guys can ask your own questions to these experts. Amazing, amazing people. And as Lauren said, Tuesdays, 1 p.m. Eastern time will be when those happen. Teresa says, I was 58 before I got my emergency fund funded. It doesn't matter. Wherever you start, it's like a huge achievement. It's never too late to get started. There's never a small enough amount to get started. So great. So Kate says, okay, I'm not even a member and I'm excited about this. I can't wait to go look at the scholarship page. Thank you, Chelsea. Absolutely. Submit the scholarship application. Kate, can we link the scholarship application? That would be fantastic. And so, question I think you missed, joining late, do I need to download my previous summit materials, or will those still be available on your site? I'm going to look at our budget and figure out how to add the Motivated Mama Society to it. Yay! On the Motivated Mama Society. You will not have to download your old summit content. It will continue to live where it lives. The 2019 summit all got moved over to our course platform, which is a tool called Podia. You would already have been moved there. The 2020 content will be moving over there soon, so you can access it all in one place instead of on the Mamas Talk Money site, but you don't have to download it. You'll continue to have access to it. All right. Amanda says, can you please give us the details on how to start up again? Absolutely. If you go to smartmoneymamas.com/join, you can sign up for the Motivated Mama Society today. And get started. It's either $29 a month, and you can upgrade at any time to the annual pass. If you choose to do that, you'll get 2 months free. So it's $29 a month or $290 a year. We definitely have, Rosette wants to know, are there many older mamas in this group, 50s and 60s? Absolutely. We have a great contingent of age ranges across. We have many members that are in their 50s for sure. And you have a lot of people commenting here. And Kate just posted in the Facebook group, in the Facebook chain, smartmoneymamas.com/scholarship-app is how you would apply for the scholarship. Lisa, 66 years young. I love it. So let's open up for questions for a few minutes here, guys. I'm happy to hang out. Thank you so much for being here while I made this announcement, for the support. It has really been an incredible thing, and I'm so excited for these changes to really pour so much more energy into what's happening in Motivated Mamas, to make sure that I am taking care of myself and taking care of my team. That is one of my biggest responsibilities as a business owner, is making sure that my team gets to live, the lives they want to live too, that we're not building a culture of overwork and stress. And so I'm excited to switch that. And then Arwen says, when do the YouTube Live start? YouTube Live starts next Tuesday. June 1st will be our first episode of season 1. I cannot wait. Like I said, 1 p.m. Eastern time. We'll make sure that emails get sent out about that and it's posted on social so nobody misses it. Look at all these mamas in the 50s and 60s commenting that they're here. I love it. All right. Anyone else have questions? Aaron says, I'm so fired up. I think you've done a wonderful job thinking through these decisions. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Let's see. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Kate fixed the scholarship app. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I'm excited about these changes too. I think we're going to be able to do some very, very, very cool things. And I'm excited about the YouTube live show. And Liz says here, your example of taking care is so important for all of us mamas. And that's the goal, right? And this is the part where I could not continue to talk about the things that we talk about when I realized that I had stopped living it on my own and living it for myself and my own boys. And so much great timing. Awesome. I'm going to hang out for another second. I'm actually going to take a sip of my drink because I've been talking so fast. So fast. So excited for you and the team. You're such an inspiration. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Marie says, I honestly, my first time knowing you guys during last year's summit, I love everything about it, but it was very overwhelming. I appreciate this move. I honestly got scared to jump in. Yes. I love that too. I think a lot of people ended up feeling that overwhelm. It's fun, but it's hard to feel like you're learning and implementing in that format. So I'm glad you're excited for the change. And Jelly says, just to understand, all material will still be on the website, but in YouTube and live Facebook as well. So everything lives on the Motivated Mama site. So after we go live, so we teach masterclasses live and we do Q&As live. When those happen, they are streamed in the Facebook group and into a private YouTube link. So for some of our members that don't use Facebook, we want to make sure that there's a private place for them to watch. Immediately after a masterclass or Q&A is done, we download it, put it into Vimeo, and put it up on the website so you can always watch what's happening there. And we also, what's great about watching it from the website, if you're watching the replay, is that the amazing Kate Blake goes and timestamps everything in the masterclasses and the Q&As. So if you're looking for an answer to a specific question or a specific topic, you can just click a button and it'll bring you to right that part of the video. So you don't necessarily need to sit and rewatch a whole hour thing. You can pull up what you need to see. All right. Austin Bauer says, will the podcast continue? It's one of my faves. The podcast is going to continue a little bit differently. And so through the end of the year, it will still be a weekly show. But what we're going to start doing is taking the audio from the YouTube lives and using it as a podcast episode, because it'll sound very similar to a podcast, especially the first half. And then the biggest change is that the second half is going to be community questions instead of my questions. It will also be put on the podcast. And so through the end of the year, we have enough for we have some old episodes that'll make us be able to post every week. After the end of this year, it'll operate on the same seasons, except a little bit delayed than the YouTube live show. So it'll be 8 weeks on, 4 weeks off, starting in 2022. All right. Rosette, you're really good at this. You've built a powerful and useful online business. Thank you so much. Marie says, I honestly got scared to jump into the society without absorbing the things I learned from the summit and ended up ignoring it and missed the opportunity to connect with you until lately. I'm sorry that happened. I do think that the society is a great place to have the support to absorb what you learned in the summit, and that kind of ongoing accountability. And we're sorry we missed you until now. We hope that you're able to join us. All right. Kate says, it takes up to 2 days for me to pull the timestamps. It's not always that night. That's true. That's true. Kate, that's so funny. Teresa says, is there a reason you asked for email twice on the join page? I am willing to bet that is some kind of our membership platform probably did an update and it accidentally put the email field in twice. It should be fine. Amy says, the YouTube show sounds like it replicates the summit, but over time. That's a great example. We will do about 32 episodes a year, and we did about 30 sessions during the summit, 30 to 35. So it's going to be very similar, but just stretched out and in a way that makes it easier for everybody to absorb. All right. Lisa says, I've been trying to find the Foundation's Q&A recording. Is it to be found somewhere? We'll talk about that in the Motivated Mama Society. Lisa, I will comment and respond back to you. Tammy says, will there be a replay of this announcement for those that can come in a bit yet late? Yes, absolutely. It'll continue to live on the Facebook page and the YouTube channel. You can absolutely do a replay. Kate says, this is just funny for this is a little bit of an inside joke with the Motivated Mama Society that you can all be a part of. Is that I like to say it depends when it comes to money questions because so much of it is personal and unique. And so our lovely Kate Blake has started a drinking game that she drinks from her water bottle every time I say it depends to keep up with her hydration, which is great. All right. Um, so your comments have been fantastic. I really hope to see many of you in the Motivated Mama Society, to see you at our kickoff of the YouTube Live next week. I so appreciate you hanging out with me today, for being supportive through the decision, for listening to our changes. And we really are going to do amazing things together. I'm so excited for you, for your goals, to hear about how I can better support you in the society, support you through our YouTube Live. And you are going to do amazing things. We are going to do amazing things. And I will talk to you all soon. Keep talking money, mamas. Bye-bye.